Hello guys, this is Pocket Legend Tips with another awesome video, and today we're gonna be telling you guys how to properly use your VIT. So before we move into the real deal, please subscribe to the channel, drop a like. If you have any questions or comments or critiques, just post them in the comments in the video, or even better, join us in Facebook. We have a nice community there. So let's go back to the topic of today, where we are teaching you guys how to properly use your vid. I would say there is three options to properly use your vid. So either first you can use your vid daily in a full way, which means you try to get the friendship Pikachu friendship vids, all the three of them, so that will give you, of course, a lot of vids. I think it's around 300 something. Then of course you try to use that as much as you can during each day. So that's number one option. The option number two is to actually save your vid every day until there is a double drop. So when there is double drops, the friendship materials, the gears, even the gym raids will actually be doubled, which means they will give you twice as much as they give in normal days. And that's really important. Option number three is to actually save your vid again for vid costs. So in each event, there is either a double drop or vid cost. Usually that was the case. So you can see this is the vid cost. So some people want to actually save their vids for a vid cost event instead of a double drop. But this again has been, I would say, has changed all the way since the last couple of weeks. Why? Is because these days they have not done a lot of double drops, and the vid cost has been pretty bad. And even lately they have done both double drop and vid cost at the same time with the bad vid cost. So all this has pretty much changed. Now you really want to just use your vid whenever you can, and maybe save for double drops, because that when you need to use a lot. So this is of course general idea on which type of options you want to go for on how to use your vids. And again, the maximum vid you can use, I think it's something around 1000 here, but it gets increased every time you level up. That's one. And two, it also depends on if you actually use the friend option of claiming the vids, and also it will include the worship here. No, give a second. Head on battles, say worshiping. So if you worship, for example, and take 30 vid, then of course they will be included here, but these will reduce the number of the vid that you can actually save. So for example, if you were trying to save for a good double drop and a good vid cost, then and you actually managed to get to 1000 without using friends or worship, then of course you will can exceed that cap of 1000 into more, depending on your level. So let's go back now to how to use vids depending on which part of the game are you really on. So for example, in end game it's much more different than mid game and then early game. So let's talk about end game first. So in end game, you really want to use your vid on double drops a lot, and I mean a lot, to farm friendship materials. You can see here right now that in end game you're probably gonna have a lot of Pokemons. At least you're gonna have now 9 plus 3, so that's 12 Pokemons that you need to really focus on. So you have your 3 main teams, then plus 3 support Pokemons, and you will see that your friendship will lag. Sooner or later your friendship will lag, so you will need friendship materials to increase your intimacy. So some Pokemon of course you will be maxed, but some other will actually be lacking, and sadly in home it doesn't provide that much I would say spots to take care of all your Pokemon. So you can see they only provides 5 spots, and that's pretty much it. So in endgame you want to go as much as possible if you are higher VIP level for a lot of vids used in double drop to farm friendship, of course, after you have unlocked all the second abilities for your Pokemon. So first of all, unlock all the second abilities for your Pokemons. Then when you do that, go for friendship matches to max their intimacy. Then after that you can maybe farm some gears, but gears is the last thing you want to do in end game, since you basically can get that through events. Of course, if you are a VIP level, that's gonna be much easier for you, but if you are not, then you should concentrate on getting at least some +9s for your main teams before you concentrate on other stuff as well. Okay, that's pretty much it for end game. Let's talk now about mid game. So in mid game, again, you don't need to actually farm master mode stuff, since you're probably not gonna be there in master mode. It's really difficult unless you have really good teams. I would say start farming gears. The best way to get gears, of course, is events. It used to be events when they gave Gear Star as rewards for consume and so on, but now it's not that good. So I would actually recommend getting the chests. So here you can see there is some chests where you can get some nice accessories. Usually have unique ones as well, not only random. So if you actually open these, you can get plus some stuff. +4, +3, and +5 items, and that's an easy way to actually get gears as well. But always there is always the way of just going to elite mode and start farming the normal way. So there is some islands here that give you can see that it gives carrying items, and you can farm that in, of course, double drop events. So double drop events is will let you, for example, take 6 out of these instead of 3. So that's that. In early game, it's totally different again. So in early game, you don't need friendship materials, that's one. So home will be just enough. Again, for gears, you probably wouldn't have unlocked a lot. So I would say +4, +5 would be enough in early game. But the most important thing in early game is to use a lot of VIT to take the lead in new servers. So for example, if you just join a new server, and of course everyone will be as new as you, that's the perfect way of starting a server. You just start when the server starts. And when that happens, you should use as much VIT as possible in the early beginnings. You need to actually worship as much as you can. And purchase the VIT as much as you can in early game to be able to take the lead, to be able to level up fast. And when you do level up fast, you need to go to your head-on battle and try to occupy the first spot as soon as you can in order to have a lot of diamonds daily, and that would give you a huge boost actually in comparison to other competitors in your server. So that's one way of having the best starts using VITs. So I think this covered it pretty much. We have talked about everything related to VIT today. Hope you have enjoyed this. If you have any questions or comments, you can just ask us again in here, or just follow the link in the description. We have a Facebook page there, and there's a lot of stuff that you can actually benefit from that. So also don't forget, guys, to look at the monthly card video. We are giving away 1 monthly card before the 1st of November, so just check that out, and cheers.